What's up guys, Mega Bleeder here with another episode of Greg Tech New Horizons. Today I'm going to walk you through what, well, most of the other guys did between the episodes. I have not been able to play a lot. As you can see, my ore processing area is pretty much this exact same way we left it. So I'm going to walk you through what they did between the episodes, and then we're going to try and work on a project real quick. Let's get started. Okay, so up here we can see a bigger clean room. I think clearly defective. CD is still working on this, making that better and better. Up here are quad EBFs. They've been modified slightly. The output buses are now pointing down because BK has set up logistics pipes. So we've got a request table here so we can look at everything that we've got. We could just ask for a bunch of steel and that'll come through up here. It's a little bit slow, but it still works, and then we can pop that back into the system. Our storage has been reorganized. We've got a bunch of gold chests here, and all of these over here are hooked up with the logistics pipes. We've got drawers over here that are hooked up, drawer controllers and trim there. Everything here is hooked up. So that's pretty cool. Our coal, we did let our coal sit for a little while over there. So we've got 52,000 coal and still almost a full drawer of purified coal. So we'll be able to let that sit and run for a little while. Seymour, the guy who's been running through all of our magic, just gave me this shadow metal wrench, so that's got a ridiculous amount of durability and probably will last until the end of the pack, which should be pretty cool. Looks like there's some random dump chests here. Over here, there's been some slight expansion. We've got some MV machines, and these I don't believe have any crafting deals set up to them, but whenever we do put something in here, say we put something in the alloy smelter, it'll automatically be processed and then be sent out to the storage system. So if we look down here, oh, not that one, not quite that one either. So these drop down, and this goes all the way over here to our storage system. I did dig out a little bit of a tunnel down here. It looks like it's getting used, which is nice. Where's that hole at? Right there. So that's pretty neat. And then whenever we have anything that we want to put into the system, we can just come over here to ye old dump chest, drop it in there, and then it gets sucked out and sent to wherever it is that it's supposed to go. Cobblestone, what goes over here? Yep. There's cobblestone. It's got an emerald upgrade and a void upgrade, which is pretty cool. I don't know why these textures seem to be broken. If I hold a torch, does it do that still? Yeah. That's weird. Oh, I kind of fixed it for a second there. Maybe it's these nubs. I don't know. Anyways, let's see. We also have a vacuum freezer now. This recently was installed. And again, I believe it is hooked up. Yep, output bus. So any hot ingots that we might get automatically cooled down through that. Let's see. This is like a little HV system right here. We had been talking on Discord about, let's see. I think we might move ore processing somewhere over here or possibly over here. But what I want to work on today, and I think it's more or less, I don't think anything much else happened. I mean, huge logistics pipe network is a pretty big deal, as well as a vacuum freezer. But I don't think that there were any other significant changes our powers, I think our power is going to be good for a little while, probably till we get into IV, but I don't really know for certain. Oh, I fell in a hole. So what I want to do, what we had talked about last episode, was upgrading these sifters. So the advanced sifting machine can be used in a crafting recipe to make the large sifter control block. We're going to need a lot of this Eglin steel to be able to make this bad boy here. And then I believe, yeah, so we can put different energy hatches on this and be able to tier it up and make it better. So that'd be pretty nice. So what we're going to need to be able to make that, I've got some of this stuff bookmarked here. We're going to need 49 of these casings. We're going to need 18 of these. There's a way, yeah, so if we shift that, there's 49 of those. So that's automatically doing that. We need to change this to 18. Yep, so that's that. And I think these are going to be the biggest ones. If we look at the recipe, can we loop this in? If we do this, and then the Eglin steel is a smelting recipe. Yep. So if we do that, let's get rid of these. That, we're gonna bring that up here. Yep. We shift and move that up. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so that tells us exactly what we need. So to get 49 of these means we're gonna need the Tumbag is not a big deal, so I haven't. Well, let's do that. Let's do that too. So that in the assembler, that's gonna go here. Sweet. And then the rods are an extruder, which is this. Let's get rid of that. That is collapsed. The Tumbaga rod, move that up here. There we go. Let's move this there. Let's move this whole thing down. There we go. And then we need to extend that to there. Yes, so in order to make everything that we need for this, Canthal, Iron Dust, Invar Dust, this is everything that we're going to need. So we need to, the first thing that I think that we're going to kick off is this Eglin steel-based compound. So 136 Iron Dust. Let's get on the hunt. Let's see here. Iron. Do we have dust? Yes, we do. And we can take a stack. What is it? Stack and 8. Request. Oh, the iron request. There we go. Look at that. What about Canthal? We do not have any Canthal. So let's take that. These are going to go in a mixer, I think. But the Canthal, we need more iron dust. We need 12. So let's take 12 of that. We're going to need 12 aluminum dust. Request that. And 12 chrome. Do we have chrome? Oh my goodness, look at that. Bam. And those are going to go in a mixer. Let's go put that into a mixer. What do we have for Invar? 170 to be able to make Invar. And we can just put iron and nickel in the alloy smelter. So if we get nickel, let's get 2 stacks. Let's get iron, 4 stacks. 2 stacks of nickel. 4 stacks of iron. Because Invar is 2 to 1. Yep. So if we come over here to our alloy smelter, which is right here, and we go boom bam. Do we have muffler upgrades? We do not. Iron plate and wood pulp. What do we really only have that much wood pulp? I find that hard to believe. I feel like there was a massive storage of that somewhere. There's 7 there. Oh, there's a muffler. Why are these things not in the system? Let's go put that on our guy. There you go. Okay, so that's making. We need to get the... Put that wood pulp in there. That'll just go somewhere. Let's find a mixer. I believe there's a mixer over here. And it is... Fluid extractor, forming press, solidifier, mixer. So that needs to be on circuit 1 for Canthal. Yep. All right, and that'll end up back in that hopper. Okay, so our Invar is cooking up, carbon, raw silicon. I think we have all of that. This is also going to be in a mixer. So let's go and see if we can gather sulfur, raw silicon, and carbon dust. This guy, let's see, 34 sulfur. Sweet. Silicon. Okay, so 136 raw silicon dust. No, not that. Raw silicon dust can be made in a macerator with raw silicon ingots. We do not have raw silicon ingots. Okay, there. This might be where the problem lies. Raw silicon plate, silicon, raw silicon. Okay. So we have that, but that's not going to be enough. That's going to come from silicon ore or zircon ore. Silicon ore obviously does not come from Earth, right? And obviously neither does zircon. So, a chemical reactor? Yes, that's possible. Aluminum, silicon tetrafluoride. We have that silicon. So if we chemical react it, if we do, what's that? Quartzites, nether quartz. We've got a bunch of nether quartz. I'm just not sure how much magnesium we have. Get rid of these. I'm gonna move this up into magnesium. We do not have a lot of magnesium. Where do we get magnesium? From chrome ore, magnesium ore, asbestos ore? That would be coming through a thermal centrifuge. Chromite? Where's chromite from? Obviously not Earth. That's coming from the moon. Magnesite? Nope. Oh yeah. Twilight Forest. Okay, so I was searching through trying to find a better way to get silicon. I thought we had silicon. I was wrong. So what I'm currently doing is this little loop right here. So putting some nether quartz in with some magnesium, and the chemical reactor gets us raw silicon and magnesia. The silicon we need, but what can you do with the magnesia? You can take it and put it into an electrolyzer, and it will turn it into oxygen and magnesium. So I've just been kind of cycling through this recipe here, trying to get ourselves up to our 2 stacks plus 8 of the silicon. It's working pretty good, honestly. The magnesium doesn't change. We don't get any more magnesium, and we're just kind of burning through nether quartz, which don't think that we have a big use for right now, but we're getting closer. We almost have all of the silicon we need. And then that will be everything I believe we need to get the Eglin. Three more. Pop those in there. Seymour, I believe, is making the implosion compressor. Boom, there we go. We have it. Let's take this stuff out. Let's run that magnesia through there. And go put this magnesium back into the system. Take that oxygen out, take this magnesium, we'll run it back. Let's put, oh, I didn't want to do that. Iron, it's what, it's not that one, it's 2 plus 8. So we'll put that away. The nether quartz, that's all I really wanted to put away. That right there. Let's see. Calcium, carbon we do need. That goes with the sulfur. The silicon is over here. We needed plus 8. I guess there was some in here. How many is in there? 125. Okay, so let's see. That and that and that. The calcium. Do we have a spot for this? We do. Let's just pop that in there. Okay. So we need to make this. Let's see. We've got the canthal. We've got our 36 canthal. We only need 34. That's our iron dust. Magnesium. We'll just pop into here. And then let's see. For the Eglin, we need Invar. That's done smelting, so 2 plus 42. Invar. Request. There we go. Let's get rid of this oxygen. We've got a big oxygen tank over here, so we can drop those off. Nice. And set those in there. We'll take the Invar. Cool. We need to crush this up, so it's going to go over here. Into the squasher. All of those. That should start up. Yes. Block of Invar. No, that's not what I wanted. It's making blocks of Invar. We want it over here. In the grinder. We're gonna have to convert this back down. Into, how do we do it? Let's see. Apparently in the sag mill? Are you kidding me? Arc furnace recycling. Fluid extractor. Oh, macerator right here. Macerator recycling. Yes. In the grinder. Yes. Yes. There we go. Okay, it's gonna take a little bit, but there's our Invar. What do we have in here? Just a bunch of junk. Okay, so let's see. To make our Eglin steel base compound, we need our iron, our Canthol, and our Invar dust, which is about halfway done. And then once we get that, we need the Eglin steel compound, the sulfur, the silicon, and the carbon. All of that. Right? We don't need that Canthol. These are extra. Let's take out those and that and that. Fuel. Let's go put this stuff away. We run so much faster on this concrete than we do that walkway over there. So let's put that Canthol away. Let's put that away. So here, this is in a mixer. All of this goes in a mixer? Yes. On circuit 20. Now, do we have a mixer over here? No, it's Y, right? Don't think we have a mixer. We currently do not have a mixer. Did we craft one? Did we craft an MV mixer? HV MV machine hall. If I say request. MV mixer. Let's save this recipe. Oh, we requested one, a motor. Wonder how long it takes. MV machine hull. Request one. I think that's how this system works. Oh, there's our motor. Cool, motor. So if we do that from here, okay, that does work in there. MV. We need circuits. Do we have any over here? We do. That's MV, right? Yes. Let's put this dolly away. So if we set that guy in there and we push this, getting closer, we need glass. 4 of them, and then a bronze rotor. Oh, and we even have one. Look at that. An MV mixer. Now, do we really need the MV mixer? It's 5.1. No, I don't think we need it. Blender would be nice if we had the blender. That's a big one. Let's just go drop it in the mixer over here. Let's go drop it in the mixer over here, and then we'll just work on something else. Mixer. Where was it? Centrifuge. Extractor. Forming press. Sifter, centrifuge, wire mill. Advanced. Oh, we already do have one. Good thing I didn't. So iron, Canthol, and Invar on 20. It's working. Yes. Doesn't have a hopper, so we'll sit here for just a second and let it process a little bit. Here we go. Eglin steel compound. Okay, so if we're going to make this guy, we're also going to need a maintenance hatch, an input hatch, a muffler hatch, an energy hatch, and we're going to need Tumbaga. So the Tumbaga ingot made this way, which is made with copper and gold, but we'll do it this way. And if we stretch this out to there, that's super easy. Pop that in there. Nope, not with the sulfur, with the Canthal, or the Invar. Okay, so yeah, so that's chipping right away. That's going nice and fast. Matter of fact, I think it probably would have already been done if it could have been. And then this is also another mixer. Yep. Now all of this is not going to fit in here, but we'll get it started. Up that there, that there. We're going to say you. Clear that out, and that goes in there. Clearly our hopper's not fast enough. Auto output. And we can set that to down. Yeah, that's a lot faster. Stack those together. Get enough of that Eglin compound. This is a really fast recipe. And then this stuff just cooks. Yeah, it just cooks. We need it for plates and rods. So we'll take that over here. Let it cook. So we'll just do that. Okay, let's go get everything else. We need gold powder, or gold dust, I believe it will be, and copper dust. So let's go to our requesting table and say, hey, gold, what kind of dust do you have? Sweet. Give me 70. And copper. Copper dust, give me 30. These can just get returned. So we'll take these boys here, and then it goes again into a mixer on 12. But I think, because in a mixer it's 7 and 3. And that's 2. So that's 3. I don't know. Let's get rid of this one and we'll see if it's different. So Tumbaga dust, and then Tumbaga mix is that. Stretch that way. It's 60 and 30 and 10. Okay, it is the same. So let's just grab a crafting table. This one we're going to take 60. How does this work? We do that. And that. Did I duplicate that? What did I do there? No, that's 100. That's 100. And now that also just needs to be cooked. Let's see. Are all of these full? They are not. But we can distribute them better, right? Yes. Let's do that. That one's almost done. Okay, so we've got our Eglin and we've got our Tumbaga. So let's get rid of those. Let's get rid of these. This one's almost done. We'll pop these in here. Oh, well, let's go. Sometimes I like to just double check these chests. Unidentifiable meat. From flesh blocks. Gross. So let's pop those in there. Just go like that. Let's take what we have. What do we have in here? Iron, silver, and gold. All right, so let's see. We need 6 plus 12 plates. For the rods, we need 4.5. So that... we don't even have enough. We don't even have enough to kick off one thing. Those are still running, but I think both of these... this one's done. Do that. 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 Shift these around. Take those. We're moving. We're moving. And we need to go and put 4.5 stacks. No, 2 and 16 in the rod extruder. Okay. And then 6 and 12 in the plate one. So let's see. We need a rod. That's going to go there. For that, we need 2 and 16. So that's going there. And then this one, we need a plate. And it needs 6 and 12. But if we do the Tumbaga, do we have another rod. We do that. That goes in here, and then it goes you, and we're gonna grab another muffler. I'm just gonna take all of them out, and hopefully whoever sees them will see them and use them. There's that. Pop those in there. Let's go grab the rest of our Eglin. There's that. Fuel. So the rest of it going into plates, or almost the rest of it. Is it done now? I think it's done now. Yes. It is 6 plus 12, which is what we have here, except for just a couple of extra, right? We get rid of that. That's cooking. We need to go and set up a plate guy. We can get rid of this Eglin and the Tumbaga. Guess those can just go in this dump chest right here. So we're getting our rods, getting all that. This needs to be plates. All right, these are going to be plates. Ooh, and that is fast. Okay. So let's take a look here at what we've got. 32. Chimbaga rods. Those are slowly coming out? Are those still coming in or what? What's going on over here? Yeah, they're just slower. And these stairs should really be like right here. Not that. This one. So the rods are slowly coming in. Plates are going to be here. Hydrogen gas, huh? Okay, let's see. For this guy, we're going to need an output hatch, input bus, output bus, muffler hatch, maintenance hatch, and then the energy hatch. We cannot make one of those, but we do have ULVs. I wonder if it matters. I think the output, for the output bus, we're definitely going to want a better one, right? MV. Output bus MV. Request one of those. We make a muffler hatch? No. This guy. Motor, bronze rotor, bronze fluid pipe. I should save this. It's the same recipe in there. So machine hull LV. Just request one of those. A bronze fluid pipe, just a regular one of those. A electric motor, one of those. And a bronze rotor, one of those. You and you. I can just keep them here. That guy, all we're waiting on now is the motor. Where are we at with this? You, Tumbaga, plates, 12. Yeah, look at that. Output hatch MV. Later, Seymour. That's for fluids. Input hatch MV, that's for fluids. We're not concerned with fluids. But we are concerned with this muffler hatch. We're going to take him. The maintenance. Maintenance hatch. We make it in the assembler. Advanced glue, refined glue. Do we have to make it this way? Another LV machine hull. LV machine hull, request one. And then for these tools, let's put this here. And we'll say LV machine hull for the maintenance hatch. And we'll do that. Cool. So get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. We just need an output bus. A muffler hatch. Did we make that? Output. Output hatch. So the input bus we don't care too much about. We're making the sifter, right? And the sifter, this doesn't have any... No, it does... Well, we're not going to be using it for fluid recipes, so it doesn't need one. Fluid output for multi-blocks. I don't think we need the output hatch. We'll grab one. It's an MV. And then we're going to need input bus and output bus. These are combustion generators. Input bus. Collapse that, open up that. Can we make an LV one? It's an output bus, which is the same thing. So what I need is 2 LV machine hulls and 2 chests, right? So we'll take those guys, and then we need to put them in an assembler with glue. We have an assembler with glue over here. This is so slow. Polarizer, lathe, wire mill, cutting machine, assembler with polyethylene. Will that work? Yes, on circuit 1. Turn off auto output. Let's take these out because it's this guy. If we do the input bus, it was on 1. What if we do an output bus? It's on 2. Input 4 stacks, output. The output. Oh no, the output. Maybe I should have done. I think I needed to do that in an MV. Yeah, because only 4 stacks. That's not going to be good. That's not going to be good enough. Output bus. Yeah. Let's see. That takes an LV or an MV machine hull. Let's request one of those. The output guy we don't need. And then it needs a copper chest. Okay, copper chest is made that way or this way. We have double copper plates, and I need 3 of them. And another chest. Just 1 of them. So LV machine hull, copper plate. Those guys will get made in an assembler with no circuit. That's fine. So pop those in there. There's our copper chest. And then this is made in this on 2. Ooh, it's slow. It's slow. Okay, so Tumbaga is almost done. This guy goes in an assembler on 4. We've got... Oh, we got way more rods. How did I do that? How did I end up with so many rods? 2? But way too many in there, huh? That was 6 plus 12. 6 plus 12. Oh, 4 plus 32. No, that's correct. That's correct. My bad. So making these, I'm going to put this assembler on 4. And that gets all 288. And that goes in there. Right? And then this guy needs fine steel wire and those. This guy goes in there on 1 with the Tumbaga frames. So the Tumbaga comes out to here. Output bus LV. Input hatch MV. Let's see. He's running through at a pretty good clip. So fine steel wire. We need 90 fine steel wire. Fine steel wire. Oh, nice. 90 of those. Hell yeah. There's our 90 fine steel wire. The Tumbaga things are also made here, so we can just pop those right in there. And I'm going to let this process, and I'll be right back. All right, so here we go. We've got our 49 with the industrial sieve casing, the 18 of the blocks there. Lastly, all we need is to craft the sifter itself. If we do that, and we put all this in here, apparently, we can take that out and boom. There we go. We've got a large sifter. Shake that booty, it says. So we can... Didn't necessarily mean to break that. Let's take and move these. Why is that not breaking? Probably because I need wire cutters. All right. Let's just move these conduits. And let's see, we'll move this guy. Pop him down there for now. And this gets placed. It is in the bottom center, and it's a 5 by 5. So if we do a 3-block gap, it'll need to be placed right here. And if we do a structure preview, can we do that? We'll go bam. Preview the structure. Nope, that's not right. We'll have to be looking at this one and go uses, look at it. There we go. So we're going to place that down. Then it looks like it's just going to be a bunch of these casings. And a 5 by 5. Let's see. It just goes all the way up around. These go in a 3 by 3. If we're gonna do benzene coming in down here, what we could do is just put our gas turbine back down here. Put our battery buffer here. Put our battery in that. We'll have to put our... which one were we getting power from? Did I grab a power one? Muffler, maintenance, output, input. I did not. Energy, is it hatch? We would need an MV one. Energy injector for multi-blocks. Yes. That's gonna go right there. And then This goes up this tall. Our input is going to need to be right here. The output we'll put right here. Output for fluids, which I don't think we need. We'll just put back here. Muffler hatch, maintenance hatch. Maintenance hatch, and then is there a specific spot the muffler has to go on? We can put it right here. Don't think that's going to hurt anything. And then right there's our power. Am I missing one? Looks like I might be missing another one. Oh, input hatch. It doesn't need an input hatch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because of the fluids. There's an input option. So let's see. Hatch. Input hatch. Was that right here? Yeah. Energy. Yeah, we don't have an energy hatch. But we are going to need that. Right? Energy hatch for multi-blocks. And we're going to need an MV one. Actually, we could put 2 LVs on it, right? We could put 2 LV generators down there. Can we make this? I think we can make this. Let's get a pump. LV or an MV pump. Let's get an MV machine frame. Copper cables. That's a 1X. In one of those. And let's see. Doubt we have any of that. Yeah, no, medium voltage coil. But we might have the chip or whatever it is. Oh, how do we make this? UL or ULPIC wafer. That is made by cutting a wafer and an emerald lens. A wafer is a monocrystalline silicon boule. So we're going to save that, and I'm not sure that we have any of those. I do believe we have an emerald lens, though. We have a Terra lens. Okay, so I think going to actually use the LV hatch. That'll be this guy here. So that should be a lot simpler to use, but we're going to use 2 of them. Right? So if we look at the LV machine hulls, we need 2 of those, so that's pretty easy. Low voltage coils, we don't have that. So let's come back. The pump, we're going to need 2 LV pumps. There's our machine case. We're going to need 1X tin cable. We're going to need 4 of them. What else? LV circuits. I don't know if we have any in the system. Let's see, LV. There we go. We need 2 of them. So, where's our tin cable? Where are our things? This guy is slow. Logistics power junction, huh? What is this? I feel like that's not right. What? I'm not gonna touch that. I probably shouldn't even be looking at it, to be honest. We can get back up here. Okay, so there's our circuit, there's our pump, there's our wires. So now we just need this low voltage coil, and we're going to need 4 of them. Right click that. Yeah, there we go. So that is magnetic iron rods times 4. Cool. And then more fine steel wire. A whole stack. Yep. And then that goes in an assembler on 1. That. Stack of that. Assembler on 1. Bam, bam. Auto output. Let's turn that off. I don't know that I should be running this through here. Probably. Because I had it running through to get the alumina, raw silicon, sodium. We should have a lot more raw silicon now. So this is going in an assembler with lubricant. We have a lubricant assembler. Let's go see. There might be one over here. Assembler, it has tin. Is there soldering, concrete? Oh, a bunch of iron to gold chest upgrades, apparently. So let's go find lubricant and a cell. Unless there's another assembler that I can find someplace. I keep hearing extra footsteps. That has polyethylene. Soldering iron. Wire mill, circuit assembler. Assembly machine with rubber. That's an assembly machine with molten redstone. Chemical reactors, super tanks. So I think we'll just have to pull the polyethylene out of there, which I think I have enough cells to do that. Concrete, lubricant. Let's see if we can find some lubricant. Okay. Cells. Diesel, nitric acid. LPG, that's water, fuel, hydrogen. Let's pop out 2 of those. That'll be easier. Yeah. And then lubricant. I feel like there were cells somewhere around that I saw. Let me search around a little bit. Can the search find that? I don't think it can. It would be going in a distillery. We'll put creosote in a distillery. Let's see if we can find any. Heavy oil. I think this is all just for fuel production over here. Block cutter. The block cutter has it. Block cutting machine has a little bit. How much do we need? We need 4,000. That's not good. And the lubricant comes from a distillation tower. That's creosote. I'm sorry, not a distillation tower. It's a distillery on circuit 24. So let's do that. We will need... I'm not sure if we can use this. Yeah, we can. That'll get us our 4,000. Let's go take that, put it in a distillery. Have to use the elevator. Elephant paths. Elephant paths are a chemical reactor? No. Distillery. Where's the distillery? Elephant paths are what happen when, like, people choose a new path, like me running all the way down here and then jumping over this thing, just because, like, this is slow and this is fast. So that's an elephant path. Where is the distillery? Forming press, mixer, distillery, oil. Oh, there's a bunch of lubricant in there. Why is it not running? Oh, because there's only a little 8 liters. Let's take that, pop that in there. That's gonna run. Cool. And then let's just take out 4. And we can put it soldering iron, wet concrete. 9. Take that out. Put that lubricant in there. Let's take that, a couple of these things out of here. And then you need to be on 4. It's your tin cable, 2 pumps, those guys, those guys, those guys. Then I'll put that tin back in there. And that's going to get stuck in the pipe. Where are they at? There they are. That goes in there. I guess I'll install that. This wet concrete. Oops. That tin can go in there, and then those can go back in there. I don't know what cell that, or what circuit that was on. Let's see. It was on 2, I guess. Yeah. This oil we can, I don't know, I guess just throw away. Is this full? Yeah, that is full. I'll just put that in there, I guess. I don't know. Oh, that's not full. We do that. Go. Put those there. Let's go upgrade a chest. We got our 2 energy hatches. That will take us up to MV, I believe. So if we do random things, no spot yet. There we go. So let's see. This should complete the multi-block. And what we'll do is we'll pipe up benzene into 2 generators. We'll go, whoops, hatch. Yeah, look at that. It works. Let's see. Pipe is loose. Wrench, screwdriver, needs a bunch of stuff. I don't have a toolbox. A wrench, screwdriver, soft mallet, hammer, soldering iron, crowbar. Screwdriver, wrench, soft mallet, crowbar, soldering iron with tin. I think that was everything. We'll go U. Right click, left click. How's it work? Did that fix it? Hammer. Look at that. All right, so we just need to get some power in here now. So let's figure that out. Soldering iron. It's empty. How do I fill it? Can I craft it like that? No. I'll just pop it in there. That guy. How do I feel like this is off? Oh, because the wrench goes there. The wire cutters, I mean. Okay, so let's go get some LV stuff. We don't need the sifter. We'll save that. We don't need that. Put that in there. This guy, I don't think we need. Let's see, LV. Let's see, combustion, basic combustion generator. We'll take 2 of those guys. And do we have a battery? We do not. I don't think that we need one. What's the LV wire? A silver cable? No, that's HV. Wire. HV, HV, MV, 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 LV, tin cables. How much does this output? Just 1 amp? We'll just take all 5 of these. Once they finally get here, and this should be set up, I think. I'm hoping I don't set it up incorrectly. Let's do this. Probably have to reconfigure this in the future. Let's do it that way. Let's actually move this. So the hatch is here. The combustion generator go there and there. We're going to output that. Why are they not getting benzene? Do I not know what I'm doing? There's benzene in there. There's benzene in there. Right? Am I silly? Whoops. This wrench is fast. Basic combustion generator. Requires liquid fuel. Is that this fuel? Benzene should work, right? So let's put another pipe. Right there. It's connected, connected there, connected there. How do you benzene? That's what works in this, right? Let's go look over here. What do you have? Advanced combustion generator. That's because you're running MV, right? But it's the same thing. That's using fuel. So does it have to have fuel? Like what can I use? What can I use benzene in? What's this? Advanced gas turbine. Okay, that makes more sense. Let's see. So let's throw an egg. Take these guys. And go get gas turbines. I think those might be taught to the system. Yes. Flammable gases. Missing 14 1x tin cable. Okay. Cable. Let's get stack. That can go in there. Don't care about feathers. We can coat these really fast using this guy. Yep. Oh, do we have some here? Let's see. Just the one. We need 14 of them. Lots of oxygen, carbon dust. How much of the silicone do we have? Silicon. Somebody. Ooh, look. Looks like somebody's automatically putting redstone in there. That's very cool. Got 9 in cables. 10. That should be okay. Well, we need it. We're gonna need what, 1 more, because that's for the craft. So if we go this, and what was it? The gas turbines? Missing 11. What if we put those in there? That let us craft it? I think it did. Is there a way to see what this is doing? Content, fresh, pop-up. Let's get rid of these because we got those. Yeah, gas turbines. Cool. Now we should be set up. So if I put that guy there and that guy there, there we go. Now we want to output power that way, output power that way. This should be okay, right? 1 amperage. The gas turbine, that's all it outputs is 1 amp. 1 amp of LV. And then we take our wire cutters. And this is actually the first thing that I've set up. The first like power that I've set up, or the first multi-block. Okay, so if we take our item conduit now, that's the input bus. So we're extracting on brown. We're going to insert on brown. And let's put something in here. So this stuff, this beryllium, we don't want that to go in there. Thorium. Ooh. We could put some thorium through there. Radium 226. Void handling without hazmat protection. I'm not going to put that in there. Sphalerite. Sulfur. We got to have something in here. Stibnite? No. Antolite. We need something that has a washing tree. Or sifting tree. Sulfur. Garnet sand? No. Luminite? No. Graphite? No. Sphalerite? Pyrite? Cobaltite? Electrotine? Nope. Coal. Coal's one. Sulfur. Galena? No. Cryolite? Nope. Sulfur. Rock salt. I think rock salt is also one. Yes. Spodumene. Spodumene's one. Does this have... there's a small chance to get lithium, so maybe we won't run that through there. Gossular sand. Salt. Quartzite. Quartzite is. Nether quartz also is. Copper, nickel, iron. Okay. So let's put the quartz in there. Just for some testing purposes. This guy should see it soon enough. It's in ore washer mode. I do want to also hook this up to distilled water because it is a little bit faster. Because if we take a look at this guy, We're going to macerate it, and that gets us crushed nether quartz. And then we are going to wash it, right? And for 15 seconds, for 25 seconds, it takes a whole bucket of water. If we use distilled water, it takes 1/5 of that and takes less time, 10 seconds less, however much that is. So it's working. And the sifter's working. Hell yeah. Output bus. The stone dust, we want that to come over to here. We wanted to disconnect that, break that, and then this has a higher priority. Yeah. Take that stone dust out. Pop it in there. Netherrack dust? Where does the netherrack dust coming from? Whoops. Oh, it comes from the quartz. Okay, gotcha. This would go in the centrifuge. So that kinda needs to come over to here. So let's grab a drawer. Let's grab like a 4 drawer. One of these guys. This is probably how I'll work on doing a lot of the sorting. So if we place this guy right here, take out some netherrack dust, put it in there. We lock that. Our output bus, what's going on here? Did not have enough power. I have enough benzene. Okay. So the purified nether quartz in the sifter takes 16 EU per tick. But the problem is it's doing 8 at a time. So we need more power coming in, right? So this gas turbine is only producing 32. So if we upgrade it, we definitely need to upgrade it. We need an advanced gas turbine. Okay, okay. That's fair. That's fair. But what we can do now is put this guy here, put that guy there. You're also going to extract on brown, and then you will have an insert of a higher priority. Those, if they were in here, they would get put into this, which are immediately getting taken out and put into here. And then this guy in the centrifuge, you need at least 36. So that works. Cool. Cool, cool. I think we'll put, to save us right there, we're going to need chest there. Yes. And then your extract on brown. Yeah. Okay, so what we need to do now, we'll pop these in here, is actually upgrade. We're going to need the MV hatch. Right. We're going to need an MV hatch. An MV energy hatch. I cannot spell. MV energy hatch. That's the same. So we'll do that. And then here, the problem with this is we need a wafer. So we need a monocrystalline silicon boule. Problem with this guy, solar grade, that's not bad, but the small gallium arsenide We're going to need one of these guys, and we're going to need a gallium and an arsenic in a blast furnace. Now we have 2 gallium somewhere. Where is it at? Is it here? 2 gallium. And then to be able to make that, we need 2 arsenic. And there's some right there. So what we can do, that goes in a blast furnace, pop that in there. One of these guys will start running. Both of them are running. Excellent. So we're gonna need 32 of the silicon. That's this guy. We have some. That guy, gallium arsenide. No. Blast furnace is making the gallium arsenide. So we need just one of those. That's going in a forge hammer, apparently. Then we need 32 of this dust from over here. I don't know. I know that there is a forge hammer here. We probably have another one. Okay. So in a blast furnace, we need this and one of those guys. It takes quite a bit of time, though. That seems... Why is that not outputting? That's weird. I should probably do a full thing of this. So let's grab that. Yeah. This is going in a blast furnace. And that's on circuit 2. That's 11, 2, right? So that should work. Let's change it. This one. Get both of those guys to roll. Sweet. And just, oh, we do have some. Whoops. Let's get just one of those. Okay. And then to make this guy, we need a wafer, which is a cutting machine. We should... I think there might be one in here. Cutting machine with lubricant. There we go. None of those are the ones that we need. So if we take a look... Oh, that's an input. That's an output. Oh, we already have a ton of wafers, dummy. So this guy, we need to put in with the other lens. Let's make 2 of them. With the, I believe, the Terra lens. I think this one works. Yeah, Terra lens. Put that in there. Let's disable that just a second. Cool. How's this doing? Running perfectly. Let's turn it back on. We'll pop... Oh, we do need 2 of them. Okay. Let's see. And if we take a look here, we need those 2. We need that. We need a pump. We need 2 of those. And that should be good. We just need an assembler Is there an assembler up here? Circuit assembler, laser engraver, cutting machine, cutting machine. We need more lubricant. Take a little bit of oil. No, there should be soldering alloy, molten tin. There's a lubricant in here. Problem is I can't get that out of there. I guess I could. Put those in there. Change this to 4. Take a bunch of this stuff out. Take that out. What else do I need in there? Nothing? Wire, pump, hatch. 2 of those dudes. Oh, that's not done. That needs to go in the cutting machine. Another cutting machine. Is this MV? This is not. Yeah. Jump. Cutting machine. Cutting machine. Are these used in anything else? No. Nope. So they could just go also in the cutting machine. Right. I need 2 of those. And there we go. We'll put that tin back in there. Drop all this stuff back in. MV energy hatch. Okay, so let's go grab that gas turbine, or a gas turbine. Let's pop that in there. Turbo gas, HV. That's not what we want. We can't make an HV hatch, right? That's probably too much. No, not gonna worry about that. Gas. MV gas turbine. Give me 1. Okay, cool. I just did it. Okay. So I'm gonna come back when that's done. All right. Here we are. Let's see. We don't need that. These energy hatches. Frick. These are LV hatches. Those are not gonna work. Did I make it MV hatches? I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, no, it's just the 1 energy hatch. And then we need a cable. Right? We don't need a cable because we're going to hook it up directly onto it. I am all over the place. Okay, so this guy is going to go there. We need an MV hatch that's going to go there, right? And then from there, the gas turbine goes there. It's going to output up. We just need 1 more pipe. That's a small plastic fluid pipe. Small plastic fluid pipe. We'll do that. And then we're going to disconnect that. Do that. Do that. That. Okay, now, if I turn you on. Yeah, you're running now. So the question I have is, do we have more conduits? Can I spell conduits is more of the question that I should be asking. Okay, we do not have more conduits. I think that's going to be a good wrapping up point for today. Let's grab a muffler. I don't want to be a hypocrite. Muffler. I think that's going to be the wrapping up point for today. Pop that guy on there. He's going to quiet down. Currently using 96 EU per tick. Cool. That should do a pretty wicked job, I think. The next thing I might be considering doing, I got a little distillery here turning water into distilled water, but it's a little bit too slow. So if we take a look, maybe making an advanced. I do have stuff for HV. So maybe we'll make an HV one, an HV distillery. A distillation tower. I think this is too far out of our reach. EV circuits. I think the guys have crafted some EV circuits, but yeah, this is working now. I'm gonna have to get some more conduits so we can pipe this stuff where it's supposed to go. But we're doing a great job. Thanks for stopping in.